The Blue Jays have now won 4 straight games for the first time since April as they beat the Baltimore Orioles 11-2 at Camden Yards. And I understand that you're playing Kansas City and you're playing Baltimore. I get that. But still, watching the Blue Jays win 4 straight games and pound out 11 runs on 14 hits, it's a lot of fun. But before we get to the video, guys, I want to give you a heads up. If you guys did not see the ending of my last video, I told you guys that the next 2 videos, all right, will not be uploaded at all until Sunday. I'll be going up to my friend's cottage this weekend. They don't have Wi-Fi up there. You guys get the gist of it. I won't be able to record for you guys, but on Sunday, when I return, and it'll probably be after the final game of the series against Baltimore, I will upload all 3. Now, it'll be all in one video, and I'll talk about all 3 games for the Toronto Blue Jays against the Orioles, and for tomorrow night's game, Saturday afternoon's game, and then Sunday afternoon's game. We'll talk about all 3 games in one video. I apologize that that's the way it has to be, guys, but hey, if you guys have watched this channel, in depth, you'll know that I've barely missed any. I barely missed any games, and I hate doing 2 in one video. But I gotta do it, and I apologize to you guys for that. But let's break down this ball game, because what a ball game it was for the Blue Jays. Like I said, winning 11-2 over the Baltimore Orioles, getting 14 hits in the game today. Now, it started early on. The top of the 3rd inning, the Blue Jays get on the board. Cavan Biggio gets on, brings up Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and he gets a pitch, and a slider in the outer half, but somehow gets enough barrel the ball to drill it to center field, and the center fielder tries to climb the wall and make the catch, but it's gone! Vladimir Guerrero Jr. with another home run, his 12th home run on the year, and the Jays are in front. It is 2-0 early. We go to the top of the 4th inning, and oh yeah, we keep forgetting Bo Bichette is up here with the big club. And he hits an RBI single to center field. Freddie Galvis comes in to score. Jansen all the way to 3rd. And the Blue Jays get another one. It's now 3-0 Blue Jays with the young guys getting it done. Then you go to the top of the 5th inning, and Randall Grichuk gets a cement mixer. Well, it was more or less a cutter. But you guys, if you've watched my Jays videos over the past, you'll know I despise the cutter as a pitch. And they throw it to Randall Grichuk, and it hovers over the middle of the plate, and he crushes it to left center field. And it's way deep and gone. And the Blue Jays are now up 4-0. Things are looking so nice right now. The bottom of the 5th inning on a ground out from Jonathan VR. Hanser Alberto comes in to score, making it a 4-1 ball game. But the Jays are still in front by 3, and Trent Thornton just absolutely dealing up until this point. All right. Top of the 6th inning, after they get 1 run, Blue Jays get a couple runners on for Danny Jansen, and he gets a fastball in the down and away corner, but he absolutely plasters it. It is deep to left center, and it is way out of here. A no-doubter for Danny Jansen. And it is a 3-run shot for Danny Jansen. And the Blue Jays are up 7-1. All right. Then Cavan Biggio gets on with a blooper. We're feeling real good right now. Then Vladimir Guerrero Jr. rips a ball down the left field line. It stays fair. Biggio all the way around. He comes in to score. Vladdy to second. And the Jays are up 8-1. Oh, I ain't done yet. And neither were the Blue Jays. Top of the 8th inning. Vladdy up again. Ooh, baby. You never want to miss in on the plate with Vladdy at the dish, because he has the bat speed, and he turns on it and just crushes it. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It looked like the Kansas City home run. There's no doubt it's gone. A moonshot from Vladimir Guerrero Jr., his 13th home run of the year. The Jays are up 9-1. And then the bottom of the 8th inning, Trey Mancini hits a home run off of Jason Adam, who just got recalled from AAA Buffalo, making it 9-2, but then the Jays are like, we get the last laugh. Top of the 9th inning with Teoscar Hernandez on base, who gets hit by a pitch. He gets brushed by a pitch, really, but he got hit by a pitch. Excuse me. It was there at bat that he barely got brushed. It was Renato Nunez, I think it was, who got barely hit and acts like he's dying at home plate in a 11-2 game. Makes sense, doesn't it? All right, but Billy McKinney comes up, and gets a 2-1 fastball in the outer half, and he pulls it deep, and it's gone. Billy McKinney with his 8th home run of the year, 2-run shot. Jays up 11-2, 5 home runs by the Blue Jays in this ball game. Absolutely incredible watching this team play. And people are going to keep saying, well, you're playing Baltimore. Yeah, but haven't we heard how bad the Blue Jays are? So if that's the case, these should be tight games, right? The Blue Jays have now won 4 straight games. Their confidence is sky high. And the consistent factor is you've got damn good starting pitching in all 4 games. Pannone gave you a great outing. Reid-Foley pitched a great game. Jay Wagaspack yesterday pitched a great game. And Trent Thornton off the injured list there today. He was awesome. 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, struck out 2 guys, and the key for him, did not walk a batter. He was throwing strikes, his curveball was biting, it looked real good to Trent Thornton. His ERA coming into the game was 5.45, it dropped to 5.23. Good job by Trent Thornton in the game today. I thought he was fantastic. And then the bullpen the rest of the way. The fact you don't have to, then again, I was going to say you don't have to use your main guys, but who are the main guys? Ken Giles, but he can't go yet. You already traded Daniel Hudson and David Phelps and Joe Biagini. I guess Justin Schaefer's the main guy at this point. I don't know. But they bring in, what's his name? Buddy Boschers, I think it was, to come in, and he gave up a couple hits, but got a couple strikeouts, and struck out Chris Davis to end the 7th inning. And then Jason Adam, like I said, gave up the solo shot to Trey Mancini, but that was it. Good job there. Not really, but you know what I mean. And Derek Law, I said it the last time we went out there. I get it. He's fired out an 11-2 game. I get it. But with this scoreless inning today, that's 5 straight for Derek Law. He went an inning, didn't give him a hit, didn't walk a batter, and got a strikeout. Like I said, hit Nunez, didn't really hit him too much. I don't even know if it hit him at all, but he acts like it, and the umpire's like, yeah, it hit him. Take first base, bud. Whatever. And Derek Law's ERA dropped 16 points to 5.84 on the year. Now, this is where things get fun. The offense. When you get 14 hits and 11 runs and your young guys produce, oh, it's beautiful. Bo Bichette, Kevin Biggio, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. combined for 7 of the 14 hits. They were awesome. All right, Bo Bichette went 2 for 5 in the ballgame with an RBI and a walk. He led off the ballgame with a walk. His average drops to 444, and still not very good. And an on-base of 500 for Bo Bichette. He's been unbelievable since being recalled from AAA Buffalo. But again, he's going to hit a wall at some point. It's just a matter of how he gets out of it. That's going to be the interesting part from Bo Bichette. Kevin Biggio, great to see him swinging the bat a little bit better lately. He was 2 for 6 with 2 runs scored in the ballgame today, hitting 217, raised his average 4 spots in this one. And Vladimir Guerrero Jr., this guy is chasing the rookie leaders already. The guy's played, only, not even 80 games, and he's went 3 for 5 today with 4 RBIs, 2 home runs, scored 2 runs. His batting average jumped 6 spots to 267, and Vladdy is starting to hit the way we expected. And oh boy, it's nice to watch. With Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s 5 RBIs today, he has 48 RBIs. He scored 2 runs today. 2 runs today. He's now scored 40 runs. He's got 13 home runs, 17 doubles. And the key for Vladdy, did he strike out today? No, he did not. So the key for Vladdy, and it's something that I love to look at, strikeouts. And people are like, well, the strikeouts are, totally, no one cares in this day and age. I get that to a certain point. Because when you strike out an insane amount, there's no productive outs. There's just none. When you're an automatic strikeout victim, it just looks stupid, like Teoscar Hernandez was last year. Like Chris Davis is right now. Like you can even say Aaron Judge when he doesn't hit a home run is quite a bit of strikeout victim. So for Vladimir Guerrero Jr., the guy in 78 games played, we always talk about a strikeout per game or lower, you're not bad. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. has in 78 games has only struck out 58 times. That is incredible. He has an on-base percentage of over .340. He's got 33 walks. I don't think he walked today. I don't think so, at least. No, he did not walk today. He's got 33 walks. He's got almost 50 RBIs. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is exactly as advertised. An absolute flippin' stud. He's hitting over 300 past the All-Star break, the home run derby. He's been doing absolutely incredible for the Blue Jays there today, or since then, really. Randall Grichuk went 2 for 4 with an RBI and a walk in the ball game, and also got hit in the face with a foul ball. Bringing in Derek Fisher. Problem, he comes in his first Blue Jays at bat with an 0-2 count. Welcome. He strikes out, and that's that. I mean, when you're down 0-2, it's kind of difficult. But not going to dwell on that for Derek Fisher. Freddie Galvis went 0 for. Hernandez went 0 for, but he scored 2 runs. And Billy McKinney and Danny Jansen, your 8-9 hitters, combined for 5 hits. Billy McKinney went 2 for 5 with the home run, had 2 RBIs and scored a couple runs, hitting .216 in the year. And Danny Jansen went 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs, the home run, obviously the 3-run shot, and had a run scored as well. He's been swinging the bat better as of late. All right, he's hitting .211 on the season over his last 3 games. He has hits in all 3 games, and he had a big game there today, and he really needed that. And I'm loving what we're seeing from the Blue Jays right now. But let's just see how long this can go. Right? This is what happens with a young team. You love to see these things happen. You just got to take it day by day. And you're seeing, right before our very eyes, this team developing into a much better team than what the record suggests. Yes, the Blue Jays are 44-67, 23 games under 500. But that doesn't suggest how they're playing. In the last 20 games, the Blue Jays are 10-10. They got a 500 record in the last 20 games. You got to take positives out of that. And I'm loving what we're seeing. Quickly down to the minor leagues, however, let's go down to the Buffalo Bisons first, where they won 6-0 today. And Jonathan Davis, top of the lineup, did a really good job. He was 3 for 5 with a run scored, hitting .260 on the year down there in AAA Buffalo. Rowdy Tellez, 1 for 4, had 3 RBIs and a run scored in the game. He's hitting .310, is Rowdy Tellez. I can't see him being down there much longer, but I'm loving what we're seeing down there for Rowdy nonetheless. And a guy, though, I want to bring up, Jackson McClelland. And the name probably doesn't jump out to many of you guys, but he went 2 1/3 today, 4 hits, didn't allow a run, walked 1, and got a strikeout there in Buffalo in his first AAA outing. All right, a guy who's been in the minor leagues for quite some time for the Blue Jays, a 1994 kid, so he's he's like, 20, 25, 24 years old, depending on when his birthday is, kind of thing. But he threw his first AAA outing, and he went 2 1/3 and didn't allow a run, so good for him. And Taylor Saucedo, a guy to keep an eye on here, and again, I think he's a 93, if I'm not mistaken. But he had a really good season down there in AA New Hampshire. And so far in AAA Buffalo, he went 3 innings today, and he's a perfect record. I think he's like 6-0 or something, with an ERA of 2.66. So he's looking really good down there in AAA. All right, down in AA with the New Hampshire Fisher Cats, who was on the mound today for them. Hector Perez only went 2 innings. He went 3 hits, 3 runs, walked 3, and got a strikeout, so it wasn't very good. ERA of 4.70 for Hector Perez. Not very good down there for him. But offensively, some positives to take from it. Forrest Wall went 2 for 5 with a run scored in this one, hitting .278 on the season. Good to see for him. And Riley Adams behind the dish went 3 for 4 with an RBI and scored 3 runs, hitting .259 on the season down there. Great to see Riley Adams really finding his swing as of late. Awesome to see down there. And down for the Dunedin Blue Jays, my boy Josh Winkowski had a rough one. Could not find the strike zone for his life. Went 3 2/3, gave it 3 hits, 2 runs, walked 6, and struck out 4. Put into perspective, I'm going to try and find his pitches here. Where is he? He threw 90 pitches, 50%, 45 balls, 45 strikes. That's not a good ratio. You know what I mean? And the fact that he threw 90 pitches in 3 2/3 isn't very good. But again, the guy's like 20, 21 years old in Dunedin and still has an ERA of a shade under 3 at 2.94. So it's okay down there for Josh Winkowski. And offensively, they only had 2 hits. Kevin Vicuna went 1 for 2 without Cal Stevenson at the top of the lineup. It's hard to find offense. And my boy Alejandro Kirk went 0 for 3. For the first time this year, his batting average under 300. It's now 297. But still, really good things down there for Alejandro Kirk. Not for the Dunedin Blue Jays, though, today. All right, down in Lansing, Eric Perdino got the start there for Lansing today. Went 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs. Only 1 was earned. Walked 1 and struck out 4, so people love looking at the ERA statistic. It dropped .02. It was 1.88 going into the game. It's 1.86. leaving the ballpark. And remember, he's 18. He's a stud. In over 30 innings, he's got around 30 innings, he's got an ERA of 1.86. That's kind of stupid. But Eric Perdino looking really good. And offensively, Otto Lopez went 1 for 4 in the ballgame, hitting .307 on the year. Gabriel Moreno went 1 for 4 with a run scored. He's hitting .313. And Griffin Conine, thank you for getting out of the slump. He went 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs and a run scored today. Now hitting .282 on the season. So he's starting to bring that average up a little bit more as Griffin Conine. So it's really good to see for him. All right. Down in Vancouver, they're playing right now, actually. I don't know if their game's done or if it's still going. It was in the bottom of the 6th last time I looked. It is now the bottom of the 7th. Vancouver's got a 2-1 lead. And this guy, Rodriguez, the first baseman, the guy's hitting .374 on the year. Now, ideally, I think he's a little bit older than the kids down there right now. But he's ripping it apart, and it's always good to see. Philip Clark, the Blue Jays top 10 first round pick. I don't know which round he was drafted in, but out of Vanderbilt, the catcher. Again, the reason I like the guy, Vanderbilt, catcher. I love it. And he's going 2 for 3 there today with a run score. He's hitting .324 down there in Vancouver. It's great to see Philip Clark really, really hitting the ball very well down there in Vancouver. Down in the blue field, Blue Jays, Miguel Geraldo and Leonardo Jimenez had great ball games in both of them. Jimenez has been struggling with the bat lately, but he went 3 for 6 with an RBI and a run scored today, hitting .267 on the year. But this guy's only 17 in Bluefield, so keep an eye on that. Miguel Geraldo did a great job. He was 2 for 5 with a walk and a run scored, hitting .297 down there in Bluefield. So lots of positives down there. And quickly to the Gulf Coast League Blue Jays. Desan Brown, after the 0 for 2 there yesterday, had a great one there today in the leadoff spot. Went 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. He's hitting .316 on the year in very short time in the Gulf Coast League, but he's doing a very good job, hitting .316. Remember, the guy's only 18, so it's good to see for Desan Brown. And key name there in the Gulf Coast League had a little bit of a rehab, I'm assuming. Anthony Alford. Good to see him back out there. He went 1 for 3 in the game today, had a home run, an RBI, and walked twice. Scored 2 runs in the ball game, so he's going to be slowly making that transition up and up and up back to AAA. And hopefully, if he can stay healthy the rest of the month of August, boom, get the call up to the big leagues, and who knows what's going to happen. But right now, I don't know. There's a lot of spots taken right now. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens come September. All right? So, guys, you know what? That is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoy this video, and you guys enjoy the ball game once again today. Smack that like button. Do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the game, your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the minor leaguers that we talked about there today. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on everything towards this Blue Jays team, because I got to say, there is a lot of positives to talk about when it comes to this team as of late. And I'm not just talking about the big club, because there's a ton you can take from them. But I'm talking about the minor leaguers. There's lots of positives. Conine swinging the bat well. You have Moreno and Otto Lopez doing great things in A-ball. And can't forget Eric Perdino. In Dunedin, while Josh Winkowski's having a great season. Alejandro Kirk's having a great season. There's lots of guys having great years. Joey Murray's actually in Double-A now. Speaking of Double-A, Nate Pearson's having a great year. Forrest Wall's hitting a consistent almost .280 down there. Things are looking really good for the Jays minor league system. And I know people love to hate on Shapiro and Atkins, but a lot of this is built around what they have brought to this team. They drafted Nate Pearson in the late first round. They drafted Bo Bichette. They drafted Kevin Biggio. They brought in Eric Perdino. So everyone loves to hate on them. But all these marquee names that we continue to talk about, and even you guys continue to talk about, like, man, I'm so excited for this guy. Those guys brought them here. Now, until we dominate the big league, until they dominate the big league level and bring in some playoff appearances, you can't really dwell on it. They're only minor league stats. I get that. But there's just a lot of positives to talk about. And if you guys want to talk about some things in the comments below, please go do so. All right? So, guys, check out my main man, Mo Buckets, on Twitter, Blue Jays Wave on Instagram. If you did not see the Vlade Jr. home run, please, one of the two, I don't know which one he posted, but go check it out on Instagram, guys. Blue Jays Wave, he posted the video of one of his 2 home runs, maybe even both of them, because they're both beautiful. Because Vlade's swing, it's gorgeous. All right, so guys, Twitter is down below as well. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff. Excuse me. And I'll talk to you guys, Blue Jays edition, I guess, on Sunday Sunday late afternoon, because I'll be talking to you guys in the finale of the series against Baltimore, but I'll be talking to you guys about tomorrow's game, Saturday's game, and Sunday's game. Once again, I apologize wholeheartedly for having to do that to you guys, but I just wanted to give you guys the heads up that is what's going to have to happen, all right? But you guys can just, hey, you want to look at the minor leagues and see if somebody's doing well, you'd be like, huh, James is pretty happy about that. You're damn tootin', because I'll be looking at it. Don't worry about that. Yes, I can't do the videos, but I will sure as heck try to be keeping an eye on what our Blue Jays are doing, all right? So, guys, thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys on Sunday afternoon. Thank you guys so much for everything. I'll talk to you guys then.